Hey, what's going on guys, it's Alan here and today we're gonna discuss refresh rates. Ever since I was a kid I was playing on my PC and on a 60Hz monitor. Of course back then that was the only thing, you know. No one ever thought about 144Hz or anything like that. I never had a console till I was like 20. I was always a PC gamer and an FPS gamer. I basically never played anything else than FPS games. Sure, I tried a few, but I always came back to FPS. In the times of Battlefield 3, I started hearing about high refresh rate monitors. I think those were like 120 or 128, something like that. But I never really paid too much attention since those were like really expensive and I wasn't making my own money back then, so yeah. Fast forward a few years, I'm playing CSGO again after a 2-year break and I found out that my monitor goes up to 75Hz. And I made a video about it and how you can actually do it yourself. It should appear somewhere in the right hand corner right now. But anyways, once I saw a 75Hz screen, I thought to myself, well, fuck, you know, I need 144Hz. So I did a ton of research. I couldn't decide if I should get a 27-inch like I had for now or a 24, what brand. You know, just there's so much stuff to consider. But I made a decision and went with AOC Agon 25-inch 240Hz monitor. And guys, you know how we gamers are, right? You need a new mouse, you need a new keyboard, you need to upgrade your RAM, you need a new headset, that chair looks nice and it will make you better and all this kind of shit. You know how it goes. But out of all of gaming oriented products I ever bought, this was easily one of the biggest game changers, for real. Nothing has improved the overall feeling and excitement as these 25 inches, seriously. I know most of you are looking into 144Hz and from 60 to 144 it's a massive difference. From 144 to 240 not so much. In fact, I need to tell you that my GPU doesn't even support 240Hz. So I set it to its max, which is 200. So Alan, why would you buy a 240Hz monitor, you idiot? Well, I plan to upgrade my PC in the near future and then it will support 240. That's why. So I wanted to make sure the monitor is, you know, future-proof, so to say. Now back to the gaming and why and where does a high refresh rate make so much difference, and most importantly, does it actually make you better? 144 or 240, it's a complete different experience just moving the mouse on the desktop. You will definitely notice a huge difference when scrolling through Facebook or something like that. The basic idea is that you are getting more frames per second than someone on a 60Hz monitor. And this means smoother game experience, you know, running around the map, jumping, switching weapons, everything feels smoother. And most importantly, your enemy movement is smoother as well, which means you have an advantage when you're tracking them, because the video you are getting is, so to say, less choppy, which makes it in theory easier to hit the target. To simplify this a little bit, with your 240Hz monitor, you're getting 240 frames per second, considering of course that your PC can actually do that. So you're getting 240 FPS and someone with a 60Hz display is getting only 60 FPS, which means that someone on 60Hz sees his crosshair on the enemy's head, and you on 240 see that the crosshair is off the head a little bit in the exact same moment, because your monitor showed you a few frames more. It updated you on the exact location of the enemy, and the 60Hz screen didn't do it yet, you know, it didn't update, it didn't refresh yet. And when it comes down to the question, does a high refresh rate actually make you better? The answer for me is not yes. You know, it gives you an edge, that's for sure, but it all comes down to your reaction time and skill. It does in no way mean you'll be better than someone on 60Hz playing like something like 1v1, for example, you know? I don't want to ramble on too much about the same stuff from different angles, but just you need to know that if you're making an excuse for yourself that you can play as good as somebody else, or you are getting killed more because you have a 60Hz screen, you're bullshitting yourself. And you know it. You need to be aware that there are plenty of pros who started on 60Hz and gotten really far with it. There is a lot of amazing players today who are playing on 60 Hz and are playing really good. So rather than crying about how you can't afford 144 display, you know, just go spam bots. Go and sit in the headshot only DM server. Learn smokes, nades, tactics. If your goal is to become good at CS, you know, I'm focusing on CS here. Go find some teammates, stuff like that. Spend more time worrying about the game than the screen. If you have the money to spend and if you're thinking about a high refresh rate, then by all means I can't recommend it enough. But if you don't, like I said, focus on the game. If you guys need any more info on this topic, there's a comment section down below, you know it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Hope you enjoyed the video, make sure to like it, bye bye.